All right, so let's go ahead and listen up to this. I have to cover half the screen for copyright purposes. This is a speak talking about the problems with the fact that T. Higgins and Jamar Chase are not at OTAs right now. Said many times, OTAs are first off optional. Second off, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins in the past have been known to do their own off-season workouts and off-season workout routines. It's nothing to do with them sitting out or holding out, not going to OTAs. First off, T. Higgins cannot go to OTAs until he signs the franchise tag, so he legally cannot. Jamar Chase can, but again, I don't think it has anything to do with contract. Because again, he does not want to get paid until Justin Jefferson gets paid. There is nothing I think that Jamar Chase is ticked off about right now. Not about a contract, not about money, no problem at all. Because at the end of the day, why would he be upset? He doesn't want to get paid until Justin Jefferson gets paid. Whatever Justin Jefferson gets, he's going to get the most money of any wide receiver in the league. Why would, if you're Jamar Chase here, why would you want to get paid before that? Because then whatever you get paid, Justin Jefferson's going to get paid a little bit more. So why not go ahead and wait? This is the stupidity at this point. But let's go ahead and listen up.
Lesean Mccoy, I don't know why you said that.
Oh, this is live? Oh, I was doing my selfie.
He loves this song.
Wait.
We play it every day.
But you normally tap me when it's about to go live. You tap me to get off this.
Shady, you've been doing the show for a year.
Hey, don't kill me, yo. I was on my selfies.
My dog Shady McCoy. Then let me start with you, big dog. Shady, the deal's not done yet. T wants a new deal. Jamar Chase wants a new deal. The Bengals don't want to let go of either of them. So, Shady, you have been in situations where you've been the highest paid. Going to you first. Is it a big deal that they're absent at OTAs?
Yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? I do get that money.
Why are you whispering when you said that?
I like when he says it. You know what I mean? The highest paid. Yeah, that was me. You know what's crazy, though? I normally would say it's not a big deal. I mean, everyone wants to say money, right? It's OTAs, off-season, right? You know, guys are just getting back. And, you know, eventually we'll work the deal out. But when I start thinking about it, like, hold on. Joe Burrow's been hurt a lot lately. Mm-hmm. He's just getting back. He's just finally cleared with no restrictions to do all the OTAs, reps and all that, and practice and et cetera. And normally, like, the quarterbacks need to build their wide receivers, but they know each other, so it's not a big deal. But when your quarterback been hurt, he hasn't been playing, and then your wide receivers, right, who hasn't been playing with you lately, they want to get back reacquainted with you a little bit, and then both, not one, but both, it's out trying to get paid? Yeah, that's a problem, because now Joe Burrow is throwing to the third receiver, the fourth receiver, the fifth receiver. Right? And your third receiver, he just really left. Tyler Boyd. He's now with Tennessee. So you throwing to all new dudes, it sounds like.
So what it sounds like is that you're throwing to players like Mike Gesicki, who has not been on the team yet and needs to get a rapport with Joe Burrow. Wow, that sounds horrendous. I mean, can you imagine having to get a rapport with a new tight end who's going to be your starting tight end on your roster? Wait, but what about Jermaine Burton, who potentially could be the third wide receiver on this team and eventually could be the replacement for T. Higgins? Oh, that would suck to have to throw him the ball. Yoshi, the guy who could also replace T. Higgins? Oh, that would be horrendous. You have to throw the ball to him instead of throwing the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, who you've been throwing the ball to for 3.5 years now for both of them, and you know you have a very good connection with and chemistry with. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know how you're going to be able to play a season without throwing to those two guys you've been throwing to this whole entire season so far. And what's crazy is last offseason, they weren't even there anyway because in OTAs because they do off-season workouts. It's a nothing burger. We are at the end of May, almost June, and they need something to talk about, and this is what they talk about. Jamar Chase is not at OTAs, has nothing to do with his contract. The guy's going to get paid once Justin Jefferson gets paid. T. Higgins? He can't be there. Legally, he cannot. He cannot go to OTAs until he signs his franchise tag. He's not going to sign his franchise tag until the last second because he wants to work out a long-term deal and he wants to wait as long as possible. And also, you think about with T. Higgins' side, kind of like with, Jamar Chase here. Nico Collins just got paid. That's going to raise the price up of, T. Higgins. There's situations like that too, where, you know, T's going to wait until he can get the best money possible. This is a nothing burger. It's a absolute nothing burger completely. To say that Joe Burrow, oh, he's been hurt lately, dude, he's still played 3.5 years with these receivers. He still has a very good rapport with all of these receivers. Yeah, they lost Tyler Boyd, but guess what? The rest of the guys are still here. Trenton Irwin, still here. Andre, still here. Jermaine Burton, brand new. He needs to get reps with Jermaine Burton. This is a nothing burger. Absolutely a nothing burger. If Joe was hurt like 90% of his career so far and wasn't able to play, wasn't able to start, and now, you know, he finally is able to go, but T. Higgins and Jamar Chase has barely played with him, I would say I agree with Shady McCoy here. But when you have a guy who's played with these receivers at a very high level for a very long time, knows what he's doing, playing with them, and being able to develop that chemistry, this is not a huge deal. Because again, they're going to be together in training camp. They literally will be together in training camp because T will have to sign the tag by then. Chase is going to be at training camp. Honestly, Chase probably gets a contract done before training camp anyway. This is a nothing burger. I get it. It's like May, end of May, early June. You have to try to create these narratives on some bullcrap. There's no narratives to create. You're just creating bullcrap out of thin air at this point.
Wait, the running back, Joe Mixon was. Oh, wait, he is going. Hell yeah, it's a big deal. And the question is,
how did Joe Mixon being going have anything to do with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins? I mean, can you make a stretch for 500, please? Because that is the biggest stretch I have ever heard in my life. Joe Mixon is completely an opposite position from, you know, this Bengals offense. And you're like, well, that's because of the fact that they lost another offensive weapon. Did they not get Zach Moss? Is that not a thing? Did they not also get 3 more tight ends on this roster that's going to get a lot more playtime and be able to be utilized in this offense a lot more? Like, are we just going to, you know, only use things that help our, you know, point and not look at things that are logical here? Because there's a lot of things that, you know, seem a little bit fishy. It seems a little bit like end of May, early June type of talk.
who you gonna pay? Because he should pay Jamar Chase for sure, right?
Will pay Jamar Chase.
And they would get there, but when would that happen? Probably in camp, right? So you miss all that time. And then T. Higgins, he ain't no slouch.
Not at all.
He a dog.
A dog.
So it's a big deal to me, man. And the last point is you play in the AFC East.
AFC North.
I mean, North.
Okay, he's done. He's done. The man just said we play in the AFC East. Okay. Bro, there is not even talking to this. There is not even listening to this, man. How are you giving a point and saying we play in the AFC East? You don't even know what division, my guy. You don't even know where we play? We play the toughest division in football. You know what? No. So they should have said, yeah, they play in the AFC East. Give us the AFC East. Tell us why the AFC East is going to be tough this year.
Steelers, Ravens.
Toughest division.
Man, look, y'all know what it is. Yes, it's a big deal. You're playing the best football division. So if you're asking me, man, they got to do something.
James Jones, resident
money.
wide receiver on the desk. When talking wide receivers, nobody better on national television to talk to than the person who led the league in receiving touchdowns in 2012. You know everything about the wide receiver position and trying to get that paper. Big deal, no deal that these two are absent at OTAs.
Ching, ching.
Man, this is a big deal. And usually we're talking about one dude. You know, running back hold out, receiver hold out, tight end hold out, whatever. We're talking both of your star receivers on the team, which means you don't got no offense if these two dudes are not at the X and the Z.
Really? I believe last year with Jake Browning and T. Higgins hurt and Jamar Chase shaken up, we were still able to win games. I think Jake Browning won a lot of games and almost took it to the playoffs without these two guys. Dang. That must have just been like a miracle then. If you know you can't win a game without these two guys, that's crazy, man. How did we win then? James Jones, can you please tell me? Did I call him James Jones? Can you please tell me how exactly we did that? Because I think the AFC East is crazy enough. And the fact that in the AFC East here, not only were we, transported here from the AFC North to the AFC East, we also found a way to be able to go on a playoff run like that with pretty much nothing. Wow, that's crazy that we were able to do that.
You have no offense. And then Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill got 4 years, 120. It's new day and age, boss. I need a little bit more of that because I done showed y'all I'm like that too. So they got to pay him, and they got to pay him first. You know Nico Collins from the Houston Texans,
I know
right?
who he is.
Who you want, Nico or you want T. Higgins?
I want T. Higgins.
Nico Collins just signed 3 years, 73 M's.
They gave him that?
They gave him that, Shady. They gave him that.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to Collins.
Yeah,
I
shout
respect
out,
what.
no, yeah, shout out.
But it's like, I mean,
Shout
wow.
out to Nico, but you know who else is seeing that besides me on TV?
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins.
Yup.
And the agent.
You know what, man? I'm going to need a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get both of them done. One of them is going to be lining up at the Z unhappy. One of them is going to be lining up at the X unhappy.
Or maybe, again, you kind of realize this is how football works, and I love T, but you realize that Chase is more important right now, and you have guys that eventually will replace T. Higgins, so you just kind of have to, build your team around the fact that you can't keep everyone. That's pretty much all it is. And again, yeah, T might not be happy in the end, and it might be like he might be upset that he's not going to, get paid crazy money, which he's still getting franchise tagged for $20 million. I just want to kind of say that right now. He's still getting $21 million fully guaranteed, which in a Michael Pittman deal, he would not be making that much in any way possible. So I think he's still getting paid a great amount of money, a great sum of money. And if he gets franchise tagged next year, then he'll just be making, again, another $25 million fully guaranteed. So I think this is, again, it's a nothing burger. They're trying to start talk because it's the end of May, early June. There's nothing to talk about. There's just a lot of speculation, and I get it. I 100% understand the concept and the problems here, but you're trying to start drama when there's no drama here. It's OTAs. It's optional training workouts. It's all it is. It's not like they have to be there. Players have different reasons why they're not at OTAs. And even Zach Taylor said yesterday he's not concerned in any way about our guys missing. Sheldon Rankins missed. T. Higgins missed. And, of course, Jamar Chase missed. So what's the excuse for why, what's his name wasn't there? Not T. Higgins, but Sheldon Rankins. He wasn't there. He just got paid a contract. Why would he be there? Well, because players have reasons not to be there. It's optional. They don't have to go to these things. Again, it's just, I get it. I understand it. It's just stupid. All this is drama. It's trying to start drama around our team for no reason. Like, yeah, Chase is going to get paid, but Chase probably doesn't want to get paid until after Justin Jefferson gets paid. Yeah, T wants to get paid, but at the end of the day, he's still going to get franchise. He's still on franchise tag, and he's going to get paid a lot of money and can't even go to OTAs if he wanted to until he signs the franchise tag. It doesn't matter what, is said or done. T can't do this until he signs a franchise tag. So it's not like he can go there anyway. I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm preaching to the chorus here, I feel like, when it comes to this crap, but I'm absolutely done with this whole narrative of T. Higgins and Jamar Chase aren't going to want to play for the Bengals because of this. Joe Burrow can't go out there and, be a good quarterback because he doesn't have these two guys out there in OTAs, not even in training camp or preseason or whatever. We're talking about OTAs, the very beginning part of football for the season, and he doesn't have these two guys, so that automatically means it's over. Come on now. You can do better than that. I know you guys can at Speak. You guys can give a little bit more effort of trying not to start every narrative possible. Again, I understand it is, this time of the year, and there's not much to talk about, so you're just trying to pull something out of your butt here and try to force a narrative, but just stop. It's not even working. It's just nonsense. It really is. All you're doing is giving cannon fire for the rest of the AFC East to get all upset and say stuff and try to talk trash, and This is why a lot of times if you fight with a Ratbirds fan or a Squealers fan, this is the stuff that they bring up. And it's so funny because it's like, where do you, like, I always think to myself, where do you hear this delusional crap from? Like, where is this, like, who is the person putting out this delusional crap that you're using as actual, like, you know, reasoning for things? And now I figured it out. The crap is coming from the speak. It's coming from these news sources that are trying to use anything possible as a way to say why the Bengals aren't going to be a good team this year. Why the Bengals are going to be trash and awful, because this is the things that they try to use as, like, reasoning. And again, if you are a fan of those teams and use this kind of crap as reasoning on why we're not going to be good, I mean, that's just pathetic, bro. Like, this doesn't even make logical sense. So, anyway, though, tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one.